The smoke still hung thick over the wreckage when Eva found him. The Crithian scout ship had torn through Earth's atmosphere like a meteor, carving a burning scar across the Nevada desert before embedding itself in a canyon wall. Most humans would have run the other way, but Eva had always been drawn to those who needed help. She was a field medic, trained for combat zones, though nothing in her training had prepared her for this. The alien soldier lay pinned beneath twisted metal, his six-limbed body broken and bleeding a luminescent blue that pooled in the sand. His exoskeleton armor, once magnificent and gleaming, was shattered. Through his helmet's cracked visor, she could see compound eyes that flickered with fading light. "Please," he rasped in perfect English, his translator chip still functioning. "Leave me. Your people? They will come. I am your enemy." Eva knelt beside him, already assessing his injuries. The Crithian War had raged for 3 years, claiming millions on both sides. She had treated countless human soldiers who had faced these aliens in battle. She had every reason to walk away. Instead, she began to work. "I'm a medic," she said simply, pulling emergency supplies from her pack. "That's all that matters right now." The alien, his name was Thexaller. He told her between labored breaths, watched in disbelief as this human woman worked to save his life. She used cutting tools to free him from the wreckage, applied pressure to his wounds with materials never designed for Crithian physiology, and improvised solutions with whatever she had available. "Why?" he whispered as she injected him with a human painkiller, hoping their biochemistry was compatible enough. "We have killed your people. I have killed your people." Ava's hands never stopped moving, never hesitated. "Because right now, you're not a soldier. You're someone who's dying, and I can help. That's enough." Hours passed. The sun climbed higher, turning the desert into a furnace. Eva worked through dehydration and exhaustion, refusing to leave Thexaller's side. She rigged a sunshade from the wreckage, shared her water with him, and monitored his vital signs with equipment she had modified on the fly to work with his alien biology. When military helicopters finally appeared on the horizon, Thexaller gripped her hand with surprising strength. "You have shown me something I did not believe existed," he said. "Honor without condition. Mercy without hesitation. Your species? I have misunderstood you." Ava was separated from him then, pulled away by military personnel who couldn't comprehend what she had done. Saving an enemy combatant was complicated, politically and militarily. She was debriefed, questioned, and ultimately placed under observation while officials decided what to do with her. Meanwhile, something unprecedented was happening in the halls of Crithian Command. Thexaller, recovered enough to communicate, sent a message that traveled through enemy lines, through diplomatic back channels that barely existed, through the fog of war itself. He told them what had happened. He told them about Eva. 3 months later, the war ended. Not through victory or defeat, but through dialogue. Thexaller's testimony about one human, Medic's compassion, had sparked something in the Crithian High. Command a realization that if such mercy could exist on a battlefield, perhaps there was another way forward. The peace ceremony was held in Geneva, with representatives from both species present. Ava attended reluctantly, uncomfortable with the attention she had received. She had simply done her job, she insisted. Nothing more. But when Thexaller approached her on stage, walking with only a slight limp from his injuries, the entire assembly fell silent. He carried something in his primary hands, a medallion that caught the light like a small star. It was the Crithian Medal of Transcendent Honor, the highest award their civilization could bestow, given only to those who embodied the purest ideals of their culture. "This belonged to my grandfather," Thexaller said, his voice carrying through the translators to every ear in the hall. "It has been in my family for 12 generations, awarded to warriors who showed courage beyond measure. But you Eva Martinez, have shown something greater than courage. You have shown us the meaning of humanity, not the word as you use it, but the concept. The choice to preserve life when you could have taken it or ignored it. The decision to see a person where others saw only an enemy. He placed the medal in her hand, and it felt impossibly heavy for something so small. We went to war because we believed humans were cruel, expansionist, and without honor, the exiler continued. One woman in a desert proved us wrong. One medic who could have left me to die showed us that we were fighting our own ignorance, not your evil. Eva looked down at the medal, then up at the assembled leaders of two worlds. She thought about Oliver, her brother, who had died in the war's first year. She thought about all the soldiers, human and Crithian, who would never come home. And she thought about the choice she had made in that canyon, a choice that felt small at the time, but had somehow changed everything. I didn't save you to end the war, she said quietly. I saved you because it was right. But if one life saved can prevent 1,000,000 deaths, then maybe that's the lesson here. Maybe that's what both our species needed to learn. The medal hung around her neck now, a bridge between two worlds. And in that moment, with former enemies shaking hands and beginning the hard work of peace, Eva understood something profound. Humanity's greatest strength had never been its weapons or its determination to survive. It was simpler than that, and far more powerful. It was the choice to be kind when cruelty would have been easier, to heal when destruction was expected, to see the person behind the uniform, the life behind the label of enemy. That was humanity, fuck yeah. Not conquest or domination, but compassion that could change the universe itself, one saved life at a time. The end.